Hello, friends. 536 days over. Egypt is against any intervention, especially military intervention, in Niger. And as far as ECOWAS is concerned, it was supposed to have a military meeting in Ghana but is postponed. Ukrainians tried to strike Crimean Bridge with anti-aircraft guided missile S-200 converted into a strike version, while 20 UAVs were used to hit targets in the city, though barely few were able to reach the target. There was huge explosions in Kerch Strait as well. Ukrainians are also using artillery and UAVs to hit targets in Belgorod, Kursk and other regions, and of course Donetsk region is not spared either. From the war zone on Zaporizhia front towards Remivka salient, the Ukrainians claim to have full control over Urozhaine. Nonetheless, they also report that it's also attacking on the eastern part of Ukraine. That means the Russians still hold some part of Urozhaine, especially towards the south. And similar is the condition of Staromayorsk, like Ukryzhane, where all the constructions are literally demolished. On Orykhov front, the Ukrainians attacked Rabatino from eastern side and towards Verbofo. On the Kherson front, the Ukrainians' effort is continuing to transfer motorized infantry groups and accessories across Dnieper River and strengthen the bridgeheads on left bank of the river, including Antonovsky Bridge. On the eastern front, Bakhmut, the Ukrainians continuing on southern flanks towards Klishchiivka and Blagodatne. But in overall, this moment, the Ukrainians' offensive intensity is low and there has been no gains for them. Towards Marinka and Avdiivka, the fierce battle is on and in fact has taken the form of protracted warfare. In north, the Russian army has moved further out of Sinkovka, Petropavlovka, while the Ukrainians are withdrawing, but in a systematic fashion towards Oskal or Oskil River. The Russians are continuously attacking on Kupiansk sector and from Swatovo to Crimea line. It is also learned that the Russians are using FAB 500 bombs in these areas. Kupiansk evacuation is likely to give the Ukrainian army the freedom to bring reinforcements and strengthen their defense in some structures which belong to the civilians. The Ukrainians seem to be satisfied what they are doing in southern Ukraine towards Kherson and Zaporizhia front, gaining initiative and counteroffensive as per them is moving forward, though very slowly and painfully, with undue losses of the arms and ammunitions and troops. In east, situation is fluid, and as far as north is concerned, the initiative remains with the Russians, though their offensive is slow in a way, as the defensive lines of Ukrainians are dug deep inside the earth, yet they are withdrawing slowly to their second line of defense, Oskil and adjacent areas. Some other information. Armenia has requested the UN Security Council for an emergency meeting on the worsening situation of Nagorno-Karabakh as a result of blockade of Lakin corridor. The Israelis staged their 32nd huge protest on yesterday against judicial reforms. Lastly, I'm wondering these days what is Ukrainian parliament doing since last 1.5 years after the start of the war? Helping their army, helping their people, helping to rebuild Ukraine, or busy in trying to find out where the Russian language, culture, or their monuments, etc., lies in Ukraine and destroy them? Well, that's all from my side today. Thanks.